Every year, thousands of seniors across the United States face the sudden and life-altering impact of a stroke. For those overseas, the risk grows with each passing birthday. But did you know that most strokes result from a handful of key risk factors, many of which can be managed and even prevented with the right knowledge and lifestyle choices? Today, let's journey together through the 7 most significant stroke risk factors for seniors and learn how you can take empowering steps to protect yourself and your loved ones during your golden years. Imagine waking up one morning, planning to enjoy a peaceful walk or time with your grandchildren, only to find yourself confused, unable to speak clearly, or worse, unable to move one side of your body. This is the reality for many stroke victims. But behind every stroke, there is a story of risk factors quietly building up, sometimes for decades. The good news is, understanding these factors is the first step toward rewriting that story. So let's begin. First on the list is high blood pressure, often called the silent killer. High blood pressure or hypertension is the single most powerful risk factor for stroke. It quietly damages the delicate blood vessels in the brain, making them more likely to burst or become blocked. For seniors, blood pressure tends to creep upward with age, often without any noticeable symptoms. That's why regular monitoring is crucial. Picture your blood pressure as the steady force of water running through a garden hose. If the pressure gets too high, the hose can burst. In your body, this burst can cause bleeding in the brain, a hemorrhagic stroke. Or, if the pressure damages the vessel walls enough, a clot can form and block blood flow, leading to an ischemic stroke. Prevention starts with knowledge. Check your blood pressure at home or at your doctor's office regularly. Aim to keep your numbers below 130/80 and 80 mmHg, as recommended for seniors. If it's too high, your doctor may suggest medications, but lifestyle changes are just as important. Reduce your salt intake, increase your activity level, and manage stress through deep breathing or mindfulness. Even small changes, like cutting back on processed foods or taking a brisk walk each day, can lower your pressure and reduce your risk. The second major risk factor is diabetes. If you have diabetes, your body struggles to control blood sugar levels, which can damage blood vessels throughout the body, including those in the brain. Over time, high blood sugar makes the inner walls of your arteries sticky and inflamed, raising the odds that a clot will form and block blood flow. Seniors are especially vulnerable, as the risk of developing type 2 diabetes increases with age, often due to slower metabolism and less physical activity. To prevent strokes associated with diabetes, focus on controlling your blood sugar. Follow your doctor's recommendations for medication, monitor your glucose regularly, and adopt a balanced diet rich in whole grains, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Physical activity, even gentle exercises like walking or swimming, helps the body use insulin more effectively. Weight management is also key. Losing just a few pounds can make a remarkable difference in how your body handles sugar. Managing diabetes isn't just about numbers. It's about protecting your brain and your independence. Third, let's talk about atrial fibrillation, often called AFib. This irregular heartbeat can cause blood to pool and clot in your heart, which can then travel to the brain and block a vital artery. For seniors, the risk of AFib rises sharply with age, and it's estimated that 1 in 10 people over 80 have some form of it. You might not feel any symptoms, or you may notice your heart racing, fluttering, or skipping beats. Sometimes, it's only discovered during a routine checkup or after a scary event like a fainting spell. If you have AFib, the risk of stroke is 5 times higher than average. But with proper treatment, this risk can drop dramatically. Your doctor may prescribe blood thinners to prevent clots or medications to control your heart rhythm. Lifestyle changes matter too. Avoid excess alcohol, manage stress, and get regular checkups. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or notice an irregular pulse, don't ignore it. Early detection and management can spare you from the devastating effects of a stroke. Fourth on our list is smoking, a habit that damages blood vessels and speeds up the aging process inside your body. Cigarette smoke contains toxins that inflame artery walls, making them more prone to clots and blockages. For seniors, even decades after quitting, the risk decreases dramatically, but smoking remains a leading cause of stroke. The good news is, it's never too late to stop. If you smoke, talk to your healthcare provider about quitting. Support groups, nicotine replacement therapies, and medications can help you break free from tobacco's grip. Within weeks of quitting, your blood pressure begins to drop, circulation improves, and your stroke risk starts to fall. The journey may be challenging, but every senior who quits rewrites their health story for the better. The fifth risk factor is high cholesterol. Cholesterol is a fatty substance in your blood, and too much bad cholesterol, known as LDL, can build up in artery walls, forming plaques that narrow or block blood flow to the brain. Seniors are especially at risk as metabolism slows and dietary habits change. High cholesterol often goes unnoticed, with no symptoms until a blockage causes a heart attack or stroke. Prevention starts with regular blood tests to check your cholesterol levels. Aim for total cholesterol below 200 mg/dL and LDL below 100 mg/dL, unless your doctor advises otherwise. If your numbers are high, medications known as statins may help, but diet is powerful too. Choose foods low in saturated fat and trans fat, such as fish, nuts, olive oil, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. Physical activity, even at a moderate level, helps raise good HDL cholesterol and lower bad LDL. By keeping your cholesterol in check, you keep your arteries clear and your brain protected. Next, we come to physical inactivity and obesity, the sixth risk factor. Our bodies are designed to move. As we age, it's common to slow down, but too much inactivity leads to weight gain, higher blood pressure, diabetes, and increased cholesterol, all feeding into a higher stroke risk. Obesity, especially carrying weight around the waist, puts extra strain on your heart and blood vessels. Prevention is about making movement a joyful, regular part of your life. You don't need to run marathons. Gentle activities like walking, gardening, dancing, or swimming can have a profound impact. Aim for 150 minutes of moderate activity each week. If you're new to exercise, start small. Try 5 to 10 minutes a day and build up gradually. Pair movement with a nutritious diet, focusing on portion control and whole foods. Even modest weight loss can lower your risk. Remember, every step counts. The seventh and final major risk factor is excessive alcohol consumption. While some studies suggest a small amount of alcohol may lower stroke risk, drinking too much, especially binge drinking, raises blood pressure and damages blood vessels. Seniors may be more sensitive to alcohol's effects due to changes in metabolism and body composition. Prevention means knowing your limits. For seniors, moderation is key. No more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. If you struggle to control your intake, seek support from your doctor, counselor, or community group. Replace drinking with social activities that don't revolve around alcohol. Your brain will thank you for it. Now, let's weave these 7 risk factors into a practical story. A day in the life of a senior who's taking charge of their stroke risk. Picture yourself waking up in the morning, checking your blood pressure with a home monitor, and recording it in a simple notebook. You prepare a breakfast of oatmeal topped with fresh berries and nuts, skipping the salt shaker and choosing fruit over processed pastries. Later, you take a brisk walk around the block or join a gentle yoga class at your local senior center. You drink plenty of water, skip the second glass of wine, and enjoy a satisfying dinner rich in vegetables, lean protein, and whole grains. Before bed, you review your medications, perhaps including a statin for cholesterol, a blood thinner for AFib, or a pill for diabetes. You relax with a good book or a chat with a friend, knowing you've taken smart steps to protect your brain and your independence. But life isn't perfect, and setbacks happen. Maybe you miss a walk, indulge in a salty snack, or forget a medication. That's okay. Prevention is about progress, not perfection. Each new day offers another chance to make healthy choices. If you're worried about your risk, talk to your doctor. Ask about screening for diabetes, cholesterol, and AFib. Share your questions and concerns, and work together to build a practical plan. Remember, stroke prevention isn't just about avoiding disaster. It's about living fully, with energy and confidence. If you have a family history of stroke, or if you've already experienced a minor stroke or TIA, what doctors call a warning stroke, your risk is higher. Take these warnings seriously, but don't let fear hold you back. Instead, let knowledge empower you. Community matters too. Reach out to friends, family, and neighbors. Share what you've learned and encourage others to join you in healthy habits. Many seniors find motivation through group exercise, cooking classes, or support groups. Together, you can inspire each other to stay active, eat well, and monitor your health. Technology can help. Home blood pressure monitors, fitness trackers, and health apps make it easier than ever to keep tabs on your progress. Some seniors find it useful to set reminders for medications or appointments. Others prefer a good old-fashioned calendar or notebook. What matters is consistency. Finally, let's talk about recovery and resilience. If you or someone you love has already had a stroke, remember, you're not alone. Rehabilitation, physical therapy, and community resources can help restore lost abilities and rebuild confidence. Prevention remains crucial, as the risk of another stroke is higher after the first. Celebrate every victory, no matter how small. In summary, the 7 major stroke risk factors for seniors: high blood pressure, diabetes, atrial fibrillation, smoking, high cholesterol, physical inactivity or obesity, and excessive alcohol are not just statistics. They're part of a larger story of health, choices, and hope. The power to prevent stroke is in your hands. By staying informed, making small changes, and seeking support, you can protect your brain and enjoy your golden years with vitality and peace of mind. So as you move forward today, ask yourself, what's one small step I can take to lower my stroke risk? Whether it's checking your blood pressure, adding a vegetable to your plate, taking a walk, or scheduling a checkup, every action counts. Your golden years are precious. With knowledge, courage, and the support of your community, you can safeguard your health and write a new chapter, one filled with strength, joy, and independence. This is life advice for golden years. Stay healthy, stay informed, and cherish every moment.